English Listening and Speaking Podcast Part 1. Hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of our English Listening and Speaking Podcast. I'm Jay, and I'm so happy you're here today. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're listening from. Maybe you're relaxing at home, walking in the park, driving to work, studying, or enjoying a quiet cup of coffee. Whatever you're doing, thank you for spending a little time with me today. Before we begin, if you enjoy learning English through real-life conversations, please take a moment to like this video. It really helps the channel grow and reach more English learners around the world. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new episode. I'd also love to hear from you. So leave a comment below and tell me your favorite coffee or tea. And if you find this podcast helpful, please share it with your friends and family so they can practice English with you. Alright, let's get started. Today we're visiting one of my favorite places, a coffee shop. Coffee shops are more than places to buy a drink. People come here to relax, work on their laptops, read books, study for exams, meet friends, or simply enjoy a peaceful moment. They're also one of the best places to hear natural English conversations. So today, imagine you're coming with me. We're walking down a quiet street on a beautiful morning. The weather is perfect. There's a cool breeze, the sun is shining, and the streets are slowly becoming busier as people begin their day. As we walk, I notice a small coffee shop on the corner. It has large windows, warm lights, and a wooden sign above the entrance. Through the window, I can see people chatting, reading, and enjoying their drinks. The smell of freshly brewed coffee reaches us even before we open the door. I don't know about you, but I love that smell. There's something warm and comforting about it. It makes the place feel welcoming. I gently open the door. A small bell rings above my head. Immediately, I hear soft music playing in the background. The atmosphere is calm and relaxing. Nobody seems to be in a hurry. Some customers are quietly reading books. A university student is typing on a laptop. Near the window, two friends are laughing while sharing a piece of cake. An older gentleman is reading the morning newspaper with a cup of black coffee beside him. I really like places like this. Life feels slower here. Sometimes it's nice to take a break from our busy schedules and simply enjoy the moment. As I walk toward the counter, I begin looking at the menu. There are so many choices: espresso, cappuccino, latte, americano, mocha, hot chocolate, green tea, iced coffee, fresh juice. There are also delicious pastries, sandwiches, muffins, cookies, and cheesecake. Honestly, everything looks tempting. Have you ever stood in front of a menu and suddenly forgotten what you wanted? I definitely have. Sometimes I spend more time deciding than actually drinking my coffee. Today, though, I think I already know what I'd like. I usually choose a latte. It's smooth, creamy, and not too strong. It's the kind of drink I can enjoy slowly while reading or having a conversation. While I'm waiting in line, I look around again. One thing I enjoy doing is observing people, not in a strange way, just noticing little moments. A young woman is smiling as she reads a message on her phone. A father is helping his little daughter choose a muffin. A businessman is quietly answering emails. Everyone has their own story, and for a little while, all of those stories meet in the same coffee shop. I think that's one reason coffee shops are so popular. They're not just about coffee. They're about people. They're about conversations. They're about taking a small break from everyday life. Now it's almost my turn to order. I take one last look at the menu just to make sure. Yes, I'm definitely getting a latte today. Maybe I'll choose something sweet to go with it. Perhaps a blueberry muffin. Or maybe a chocolate cookie. That's another difficult decision. I guess I'll decide in a moment. Alright, the person at the counter is smiling at me now. Now it's finally my turn to order. The barista looks at me with a warm smile and says, "Hi, what can I get started for you today?" That's a question you'll hear in many coffee shops. Instead of saying, "What do you want?" many baristas use friendlier expressions like, "What can I get for you?" or "What can I get started for you today?" I smile back and take one last look at the menu. Even though I already decided on a latte, I can't help looking at all the delicious drinks one more time. Sometimes everything looks so good that making a decision becomes surprisingly difficult. Have you ever changed your order at the last second? I know I have, more than once. Today, though, I'm going to stick with my original choice. A medium latte sounds perfect. It's not too strong, not too sweet, and it's a great drink to enjoy while relaxing. As I continue looking at the display case, I notice fresh muffins, croissants, cookies, brownies, and slices of cheesecake. Everything looks freshly baked. The smell is incredible. If you've ever walked into a coffee shop first thing in the morning, you probably know exactly what I mean. The smell of fresh coffee mixed with warm pastries is hard to resist. I decide to treat myself. After all, it's okay to enjoy something special once in a while. I think a blueberry muffin would go perfectly with my latte. Simple, fresh, and not too heavy. The barista repeats my order to make sure everything is correct. That's very common. Repeating an order helps avoid mistakes. I really appreciate that. Good customer service isn't only about being fast. It's also about making customers feel comfortable. As I wait for my drink, I step to the side so the next customer can order. This is something you'll notice in almost every coffee shop. People order, move aside, wait for their name to be called. It's an easy system, and it keeps everything organized. Now I have a few minutes to look around. Since I'm not in a hurry, I enjoy watching the little details around me. A student is sitting in the corner with headphones on, reading what looks like a thick textbook. Every now and then, she takes a sip of coffee before continuing to study. Near the window, two friends are laughing together. They seem to be sharing stories about their weekend. At another table, an older couple is quietly talking while enjoying tea and a slice of cake. I like seeing moments like these. Coffee shops aren't just places to buy drinks. They're places where people connect. Some people celebrate birthdays. Some have business meetings. Others come simply because they need a quiet place to think. Everyone has a different reason for being here, and somehow, it all works together. The music playing in the background is soft and relaxing. It's loud enough to create a pleasant atmosphere, but quiet enough for people to have conversations. I think that's one reason coffee shops are so popular. They're peaceful without feeling silent. After a minute or two, I hear the sound of the coffee machine again. Steam rises into the air as another drink is prepared. The smell of freshly ground coffee becomes even stronger. Honestly, if I could describe comfort in one smell, fresh coffee would probably be at the top of the list. A few moments later, I hear my name. Jai, your latte is ready. I walk over to the counter with a smile. My drink looks perfect. The foam on top has a simple heart design. It's such a small detail, but it makes the drink feel a little more special. I thank the barista and carefully pick up my coffee. It's warm in my hands. Now I just need to find a comfortable place to sit. I look around the cafe once more. There are a few empty tables. One is near the entrance, another is close to the bookshelf, and one is right next to the large window where the sunlight is shining in. I think I'll choose the table by the window. I love watching the world go by while enjoying a quiet cup of coffee. As I sit down, I place my muffin on the table beside my lad. Everything looks perfect. Sometimes happiness isn't about doing something exciting. Sometimes it's simply enjoying a peaceful moment with a good drink, something delicious to eat, and no reason to rush. I take my first sip. The coffee is smooth, warm, and exactly what I hoped it would be. I smile to myself and think, this was definitely a good choice. In the next part of our coffee shop adventure, we'll relax at the cafe, listen to natural conversations, talk about coffee shop manners, and learn even more everyday English expressions that native speakers use. I can't wait to continue this journey with you. I'll see you in the next part. Until then, bye for now.